So I'm a very big automation fan, like very, very big. I've spent hours and hours automating things, but I think I speak for 99% of people that automate when I say that oftentimes you will get into a vicious cycle of trying to automate everything. And the problem with that is that oftentimes you might spend more time automating than it would have taken you to actually do the task in the time frame you set. So for example, if I want to automate DNS records, so that is necessary for cold emails, well, it might take me, say, 5 hours. It'll probably be shorter, but let's just take 5 hours. Well, would it have taken me 5 hours or more to actually do this in, say, 1 year? Right? 1 year of work, would it have taken me 5 hours? And the answer is yes, definitely, for DNS records. And therefore, it was a very good investment of my time. But one thing I automated was reporting. And so I've created at least 4 or 5 reporting templates slash dashboards slash just emails and stuff. And in the end, there's too many different variables, we could say, with reporting that it doesn't really work to automate it, and I didn't understand that before, so I just built the automation 4 times. But I would have never spent as much time, and I probably spent over 20 hours building those automations, and I would have never spent as much time actually doing reporting for my clients. So that is one task that was not good to automate. But I want to get to my point here, and if you're still listening, this is going to get juicy, and this is probably the most valuable part of the video, and that is that automations are absolutely awesome if they last. And so right now what I'm doing in my business is figuring out what lasts and trying to do more of that. And so one tool that I know is going to be so useful is internal softwares, because once they're built, you don't have to do maintenance, you don't have to do a bunch of this, because the point of a software is to be put out there and to work. So unlike automations where you have to adapt yourself to a ton of situations, with softwares, you yourself, so the human, adapts to the software. And so, for example, 2 softwares I have built, and I'm actually still building, is a SMTP server, which that is fully done, but the second one is a warm-up pool slash service. And so it's going to do a ton of cool stuff. Right now, it's just internal, because I want to benefit for myself, and I don't want others to benefit it yet. But that internal tool, compared to Instantly and Smart Leads, which they all have their warm-up pool, but the important distinction is that, for example, the traditional warm-up pools do not allow you to create calendar events, or do not create calendar events on their own. They don't set meetings. They don't communicate between colleagues of the same company. So imagine you have 2 email accounts on one domain. So that could be alex@amazon.com and pereira@amazon.com. Well, they will never speak to each other with traditional cold email warming, which is stupid, and will probably be seen by Google that you are a cold emailer, because what sort of colleagues never communicate between each other, right? At least one in your in the emails of the domain should be communicating with another one. So that being said, that is the point of the warm-up tool, right? It's going to do all of that and a ton more. It has some reporting. It has some. Honestly, I didn't even think I would be able to build this on my own, but I have, and so it's absolutely great, and I'm very hyped for it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. My point here is that you should think about what you're automating before you automate, and really, really, really make sure that it'll be worth it, and you'll still use it in 3 months. If you will still use it, then feel free to automate. Sometimes I have automations that I use every month, right? But I'm still very grateful to have them, because it's just that task that I don't have to do over and over again every month. And for the softwares, same point here. Build as many softwares as you can, because they are lasting assets. And so that is definitely something you'll want to have in your company rather than not, right? Assets are what make a good company. So hope that's useful. If you don't know how to build softwares, well, I don't either. And so, well, how did I do it? ChatGPT, my friend. And so just ChatGPT your way to building your softwares. That is how I'm doing it, and it's working out. So highly recommend, and I hope this helped.